Yo, what is goody, everybody? It is your boy OG Tien. Welcome back to another video, and today I'm gonna tell you guys what kind of clothing you need to go longboarding or skateboarding or really whatever you want in the winter time when it's cold out. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Here's the deal, boys. First off, I want to emphasize this is meant for really cold weather. I know a lot of you guys in the south or other places in the world are in warm weather right now, so feel free to disregard the video. But for those of you that are in cold weather, I'm talking like around freezing point, below freezing point, cold weather type of weather. This is your video, okay? I'm going to be going over 3 different scenarios, which I think are going to be the most common for people that are trying to do some sort of boarding in the winter. And then I'll give you 3 like outfit kind of recommendations to go with them. So let's jump into the first one, and that is going to be the short commute. So this is basically, you got your longboard with you, you got a little distance to travel, maybe a mile or 2 miles, even less than a mile. You just got to get from where you are to the next point in as little amount of time as you want, and you don't want to walk because walking's boring, am I right? You gotta skate, right? This is what I would recommend for this type of weather, and these recommendations are going to be based off of weather that are below 30 degrees Fahrenheit. First off, this kind of goes for all of them. You're going to need your base layer. I recommend getting some sort of long sleeve shirt. Now, depending on how cold it is, this can vary. It can be a pretty lightweight long sleeve shirt. It can be a thicker one with more warmth protection. My mind's blanking. You know what I mean though. Get you a base layer, or if you're worried about sweating a lot too, you can get one of those sports ones, and those are going to be able to wick the moisture off of you, which will help you actually keep warmer because you won't have cold sweat just against your skin. Something to think about. Number 2, jeans. I always just skate in jeans, even if it's like 0 degrees or the wind chill's below 0 degrees. Just get you some jeans, especially for the short commute. You're only going to be outside for a little bit of time likely, so jeans are all you're really going to need. Just something to cover your legs so that the cold wind doesn't hit them directly. Third thing you're gonna need, some socks. I wouldn't pay too much attention to socks. Just get normal ones. See, your boys got on these ones right now, and they're just normal socks. They're gonna do perfectly fine. You really don't gotta worry too much about the socks at the short commute. Number 4, you're gonna need a thick sweatshirt or a very lightweight coat. I wouldn't worry too much about this at this stage. Just something that's gonna be able to block the wind is really all you're gonna be looking for. And that's why I say a thick sweatshirt, because the thin ones, they usually don't block wind that great. And a light coat, those usually are made of materials that are water resistant and kind of wind blocking. At the short commute level, you don't need anything more than that, and that's gonna be plenty if you're only doing a mile or 2 or even less. Number 5, you're gonna need gloves or lightweight mittens. Hold on one sec. Mitten. Mitten right here. The ones that I've been using for when I'm not doing tricks, they look like this. It's a mitten, but you can also pull down the top and you get this. And if you need your thumb too, you can just kind of slip it on your wrist so you have like a wrist thing. Kind of nice. I got them at Target for like 13 bucks. So just something that's gonna be warm that will keep you warm. Moving on, the next thing you need, I'm already wearing. It is a beanie. You don't really need to go all crazy out on your hat or anything. I just use this beanie I got for $5 at Target again, I think. Nothing super crazy, just something to keep your ears warm. Honestly, that's the main thing for me. My ears get cold, so keeping your ears warm is a must. The next thing I would recommend, I have to go grab. That is this little boy right here. This is called a neck gaiter. It has a ton of uses. It's like just this piece of fabric that's got a circle through it. What you can do, oh, there goes my hat. You kind of just throw it over your head like this, right? So you got it on your neck. So it's kind of like a scarf right now. What you can do is you can take it, you can pull it up on your face. So you got your face mask. You can do something where you kind of pull it like this and then pull it up from the bottom, so you got like a whole head kind of mask thing. You can do a ton of things with this thing. You can take it and just, headband it if you want. Like, this thing is super versatile. I recommend it a lot, so what I'll usually do when I'm on commutes is I'll put it on my neck like this, and then I'll do the face mask mode until my face is kind of warmed up, and then I'll just pull it down and leave it as the scarf. If I end up being too hot and I don't need it, I can just take it, put it in my pocket. It's super lightweight, turns into this little ball. Highly recommend getting one of these if you don't already have one, and it's it's great. And really, that's all you need for the short commute level. It's not too much, it's not anything crazy, it's just enough to keep you warm and keep you not freezing to death in the short little runs like this. Anyways, moving on to number 2, which is going to be the skate session attire. Alright boys, now we're getting to the fun stuff. This is the thing that I like to do. I like to do skate sessions. You already know that if you're watching the channel. If you're new to the channel, this is a great time for me to plug it. Check out some videos. I'm going to put a card up here. Check out other videos on the channel. We got so many skateboarding videos and longboarding videos, it's ridiculous. Anyways, this is the type of clothing you're going to be wanting to wear when you're out there skating, intentionally looking for a spot to do tricks where you're going to be getting warm from doing the tricks. First off, it's going to be the same as the first one. You need a base layer, long sleeve shirt. I already talked about it. Moving on. You're also going to need jeans. Oh wait, shoot, I already talked about that too. Moving on. It's the same kind of jeans. Same thing as the short commute. Oh, what do you know? You're going to need your normal socks again. No difference there. Same first 3 things. Now here's where it gets a little interesting. I got 2 options lined up for you guys. Here is option A, lightweight sweatshirt with heavy coat. So what I mean by this is put on yourself a pretty lightweight sweatshirt, nothing super huge, nothing super thick that's going to block the wind, and then put your big boy heavy coat over that. The reason I suggest this is because usually you're going to be your coldest when you first get on the board and you get outside. You're not going to want to skate because it's cold. So put on your heavy coat over that. You're already going to be freaking toasted to death. So when you get outside, it'll cool you off just to the right amount where you're going to be chilling. You're just going to be out there just chilling, okay? Once you ride for maybe a mile or less or 2 miles or whatever, however long it takes you to get to your skate spot, that's when you take off the coat and you're ready to do your tricks. Your tricks are going to heat you up. Trust me, when I'm done with my sessions, I'm just sweating everywhere, super warm. So being able to take that coat off and still having the lightweight sweatshirt on is going to be amazing. You're going to be able to just be chilling like that, and when you're done with your session, you may be a little cold again because the sweat is freezing on you. So you put on your heavy coat over that, and you can chill on the way back too. Great option. Now here's option B. So option B is basically what the first short commute is. It's just a heavy sweatshirt or a light coat. I've done this a lot as well, but the only thing that sucks about it is if you end up overheating from the heavy coat or the lightweight jacket, it's hard to cool off without taking it off, and then once you take it off, all you have is your long sleeve base layer. When all you have is your long sleeve base layer, it can get pretty cold in like 5 minutes. So even when you're heating up from tricks, you may have to put back on your other thing and then you may get hot again. I mean, not always, and this definitely depends on how cold it is out. So, you know, if it's really, really cold, it might just be a good idea to just bring the sweatshirt and then just use that while you're getting heated up from doing the tricks, and you'll just be chilling. So it depends on the weather, but those are 2 solid options that you can't go wrong with. Alright, let's go back to the couch because I kind of want to chill over here. Alright, last 2 things, they're very similar to the first scenario. It's going to be your beanie and your mittens, but instead of mittens, I'm actually going to suggest gloves, and specifically these gloves right here. These are my sliding gloves. Any sliding gloves will do it for you. I just take the pucks off, and the reason that I suggest these are because if you're doing longboard tricks especially, you're going to be using your hands a lot for all those grab, flippy, kind of cool looking tricks. You know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. That's why I suggest these, because the fingertips, as you can see right here, they are made of super durable stuff that's meant to get scraped up over the ground and whatnot. And even if, you know, you get a hole in them, just patch it up like that. Oh boy. But yeah, these things are great. I use them all the time in the winter because they are pretty breathable, so when I'm getting really hot from doing my tricks, they don't overheat my hands, which is something you may not think of right away. If you don't have slide gloves, you can just bring super warm mittens or gloves, and then once you start doing your tricks, start with tricks that don't involve your hands. You'll heat up, and then you can probably take them off and do hand tricks just barehanded for at least a little bit. But yeah, that would be my suggestion for that. And now we're gonna have to move on to option 3. Alright boys, it's getting serious out here. This is option 3. This is when you're gonna be at your coldest, and this is for all of you e-skaters out there. That's right, I'm talking about you nerds out there with the freaking battery on the bottom of the board. You crazy people that want to do this when there's still ice on the roads, when it's snowy out, and I'm like, why would you do that to your board? But none of my business, none of my business. I'm just here to tell you the facts, right? The thing about e-skating in the winter is you get very, very cold if you don't dress properly, and that's because you're kind of just standing there. You're just chilling, you're just standing. you're not heating your body up naturally. So you have to be extra bundled up with lots of layers. Starting off with the first two, jeans and a base layer, just like the other ones. With jeans though, I will say, if you find them to be too cold, if it's really windy out or something, you can put like running tights underneath them or any sort of like base layer. I don't know what other people put, maybe, I don't know, but yeah, if you have a base layer or something you can put under them, that would be great too. Sometimes when I go running in the winter, I'll put running tights and then sweatpants over that. So maybe sweatpants would be warmer for you, especially if you have wind resistant ones. Something to look into, if anything. With that out of the way, instead of regular normal socks, you're going to want a little bit of thicker socks, or if you don't have that, I would suggest wearing some sort of boots, because with the e-skate, since you're not going to be pushing a lot, I wouldn't worry too much about your shoes getting all roughed up if you're just standing on the board. So boots would actually maybe not be a bad idea. Next thing I'm going to say is a heavy coat with optionally a light sweatshirt underneath it. Now I want to just kind of show you guys what I mean by heavy coat. This is my coat. It is a snowboard jacket that I got on eBay for like $60. I know, an insane deal. And it looks like this. See, it's a pretty heavy coat. You know, it's honestly, as far as coats go though, it's not too bad looking, but this thing's got, you know, like built in. But this is what I'm talking about. Something that's got material where it sounds like that. That's gonna be the stuff that blocks the wind. So that's what I'm saying when I'm talking about a coat, not some freaking this thing that's, you know, freaking cotton or something. I'm talking about wind blocking stuff, right? Next thing, warm mittens or gloves with hand warmers. Don't know what hand warmers are? That's cool. I think I have some. Yeah, right here. I've never used these, but I do have them. How about we try one out? You know what, let's try one out for the first time on the video, right? So it looks like you just open the package up. Here's our hand warmer. It looks like this, I guess, a little packet. And then it says we shake it. Oh my god, it actually works. That's insane.
Wait, what?
Okay, this is what I'm talking about, boys. I never even tried this, so that was live reaction of trying a hand warmer for the first time. This thing is nice and toasty. So what I'm saying is, get yourself a glove, get yourself a hand warmer, just like that. Hand warmer's just chilling right here on my palm. And the reason that I say this is because sometimes gloves are nicer than mittens, because this is my e-skate remote. It's got a little loop on it, and the best way to hold it is if you have gloves, so you can loop a finger through it just like that. With mittens, you can't really do that, so that's why I suggest that. But these gloves in particular aren't very warm, so get you a hand warmer just like this boy right here, and you're good to go. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this anymore, but it's in the trash now. Alright boys, and you already know what's next, the beanie. And this time I would suggest optionally, if you are wearing the hoodie underneath your coat, or maybe if you're just wearing your coat, put the hoodie over the beanie, at least for the beginning, because that protects your neck from getting blasted by wind, which is nice, and that's pretty much all it does. Optionally, another thing optionally you can have are a pair of sunglasses. I don't have sunglasses with, but to illustrate this point, because the point needs to be illustrated, sunglasses. Yeah, sunglasses can protect you from UV light, and surprisingly enough, in the winter, if you have sunny days, you can still get sunburned. Protect your eyes if you need to. And also another thing about them is if you're riding your e-skate in very, very windy conditions, it will protect your eyes from getting freaking blasted by wind and potentially freezing your eyeballs. That doesn't sound very fun now, does it? Anyways, I only got one thing left for this, and we've already mentioned it. It's the neck gaiter. I'm telling you guys, you gotta get a neck gaiter. These things are clutch. I wear this all the time, and they're very breathable. They, you know, especially with COVID, you already need a mask anyways. You might as well get yourself a neck gaiter. These things are freaking awesome, I'm telling you. Get you a neck gaiter. Anyways, that's really all I got for the video. I mean, I don't really know what else there is. These are like the three main things I can think of. If you guys liked these suggestions and these comments, definitely hit the like button, or maybe the subscribe button, which isn't over there. It's actually down here. Ha, psych, got 'em. It's been your boy OG Den though, signing out. I'm gonna see you on Saturday for a vlog or something. I haven't decided yet. It's gonna be lit though. That's all you need to know. Yeah, that's all I got. Peace out. See you guys. By the way, did you like the clips that I put in the video of me skating outside? Well, if you did and you haven't already seen them, check out those videos right over here. I'm gonna link them here, and maybe I'll put one of the card things here. I don't know, depending on how late this is. Yeah, I'm gonna leave now.